What's the worst thing that's ever happened to humans? At number 9 is the Spanish flu. The Spanish flu was one of the most catastrophic pandemics in human history, killing tens of millions in just 2 years and reshaping the world that had barely begun recovering from World War I. The pandemic was caused by an unusually deadly strain of the influenza virus that likely originated from birds and mutated to infect humans. It spread rapidly due to the lack of immunity among the global population. Almost everyone on Earth was susceptible. The flu emerged near the end of World War I, and the global war effort made it the perfect storm for a pandemic. Troop movements and crowded military camps enabled rapid transmission. Soldiers carried the virus between Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa as well. Because of wartime censorship, most countries suppressed reports of the outbreak to maintain morale. Spain, a neutral country, freely reported on the outbreak, which led to the misleading name Spanish flu. By the time the world realized how severe it was, it had already become a global pandemic. There were no vaccines, no antibiotics for secondary infections, and no coordinated public health systems capable of containment. Doctors relied on isolation, masks, quarantine, with mixed results usually. The global death toll due to the Spanish flu was quite staggering. An estimated 50 to 100 million deaths worldwide, around 3 to 6% of the global population at the time. Some regions like India lost 5 to 10% of their entire population. The second wave, which occurred in late 1918, was especially deadly, with patients often dying within days due to viral pneumonia or cytokine storms, which is when the immune system starts attacking the body. Another quite unusual thing about the Spanish flu is how it had a disproportionate amount of deaths among young adults. Unlike most flus, which mainly killed the very young and old, the Spanish flu mostly killed people between the ages of 20 to 40. This was because many had strong immune systems that overreacted to the virus, leading to the deadly cytokine storm effect. The Spanish flu heavily overwhelmed health systems. Hospitals overflowed, doctors and nurses died in large numbers, and in many cities, bodies piled up in the streets. Some towns and villages, especially in Alaska, India, and parts of Africa, lost entire populations. The Spanish flu also caused major economic disruption. Businesses shut down, trade halted, and industries suffered severe labor shortages. Global GDP dropped significantly. Many economies took years to recover, especially in Europe and Asia. The war-torn world faced a double catastrophe, first the World War, then the pandemic. For decades, the Spanish flu was forgotten or downplayed, overshadowed by World War I, but it remains the deadliest pandemic in recorded history, and many modern pandemic responses like the response for COVID-19 were directly modeled on lessons from 19